Hi friends, how's it going today? That's great. Thanks for joining me so that we can continue with lesson 20. In today's class, we'll be taking on 3 activities. So you will need activities 20B, 20C, and 20D. Make sure that you have these 3 activities ready to go. Great. Let's begin with activity 20B. First, let's read the instruction. Making connections. Circle the letter next to each correct answer. There may be more than one correct answer. Great. Number 1, question 1. Which word or words go with feeling bad? A. Humiliated. B. Distress. C. Precious. D. Forlorn. Now I can see 3 that are correct. Which words go with feeling bad? A. Humiliated. B. Distress. And D. Forlorn. Those 3. Question 2. Which word or words go with feeling angry? Is it A. Compassion. B. Indignation. C. Ridicule. D. Outrage. I can see 2 that are correct. Which words go with feeling angry? B. Indignation. And D. Outrage. Remember, indignation, when you feel angry about something that you think is unfair or mean. Question 3. Which word or words go with not in the city? A. Outskirts. B. Urban. C. Moral. D. Jubilee. I can see 1 correct answer. Which word goes with not in the city? It's A. Outskirts. Question 4. Which word or words go with make fun of? A. Negotiate. B. Mimic. C. Mock. D. Ridicule. I can see 3 that are correct. Which words go with make fun of? A. Mimic, to copy someone's movements. You can also do it to make fun of them. C. Mock. And D. Ridicule. Question 5. Which word or words go with sympathy? Is it A. Ample. B. Artificial. C. Somber. D. Compassionate. Which word or words go with sympathy? I can see 1 that is correct. It is D. Compassionate. Number 6. Which word or words go with begin again? Is it A. Resume. B. Comply. C. Encounter. D. Decline. I see 1 correct answer. Which word goes with begin again? It is A. Resume. Question 7. Which word or words go with clumsy? Is it A. Indignant. B. Unwieldy. C. Cumbersome. D. Hilarious. Now I can see 2 correct answers. Which words go with clumsy? B. Unwieldy. C. Cumbersome. Those 2. Question 8. Which word or words go with joke? Joke. Is it A. Vow. B. Jest. C. Prank. D. Illness. I see 2 that are correct. Which words go with joke? B. Jest. C. prank. Those two are correct. Question 9. Which word or words go with agree to do something? A. Decline. B. Resume. C. Encounter. D. Comply. I see one that is correct. Which word goes with agree to do something? That is D. Comply. Question 10. Which word or words go with enough? A. Sufficient. B. Indignant. C. Compassionate. D. Ample. Now I see two that are correct. Which words go with enough? Enough. A. Sufficient. D. Ample. More than enough, actually. Great. Let's move on to activity 20C. First, let's read the instruction. Determining meanings. Circle the letter next to each answer choice that correctly completes the sentence. There may be more than one correct answer. Number 1. The burdensome. A. Salad was eaten as soon as it was ready. B. Table was too heavy for one person. C. Road is always clear and easy for my mom to drive on. D. Lie was all I could think about. Now here I see two correct answers. The burdensome. B. Table was too heavy for one person. The burdensome. D. Lie was all I could think about. So something that is a burden is hard to deal with or hard to carry. Number 2. I was distressed. A. To read that everything was going to be okay. B. Into my seat on the giant roller coaster. C. By reports that the park might be closed for good. For good, that means for always. If something is closed for good, it's closed forever. D. To hear about your injured dog. Now here I can see two that are correct. I was distressed. C. By reports that the park might close for good. I was distressed. D. To hear about your injured dog. Those two. Number 3. The jesting. A. Began, but I knew they weren't serious. B. Made Uzma laugh harder and harder. C. Kept getting bigger and bigger until it exploded. D. On the lake swirled in the early morning light. Now here I see two that are correct. The jesting. A. Began, but I knew they weren't serious. The jesting. B. Made Uzma laugh harder and harder. Number 4. The outskirts. A. Kept billowing in the wind until we tied them down. B. Of the town seemed the right place to have a bike race. C. Of the thunder crashed 3 times in a row. D. Had only a few houses but mostly trees. I see two that are correct. Which two? The outskirts. B. Of the town seemed the right place to have a bike race. The outskirts. D. Had only a few houses, but mostly trees. Number 5. The ridiculousness. A. Of the movie was obvious. B. Should be eaten in small amounts. C. In the tissues are at the bottom of the stairs. D. Was almost too funny to ignore. Now here are two correct answers. The ridiculousness, A, of the movie was obvious. Maybe a silly movie, it's ridiculous. The ridiculousness, D, was almost too funny to ignore. Something that would be ridiculous would be to wear glasses this big, or maybe like a very small hat, something ridiculous. Number 6. She was mirthless. A. Because she hadn't had much sleep. B. As she hopped up and down with excitement. C. About the difficult test that was coming up. D. But said she would try to get in a good mood. Now here are three correct answers. She was mirthless. So mirth is laughing. Mirthless, without laughter. A. Because she hadn't had much sleep. She was mirthless. C. About the difficult test that was coming up. She was mirthless. D. But said she would try to get in a good mood. Those three are correct. Number 7. Paolo encountered A. The ants on the bed and yelled. B. All of us in his family's kitchen for the surprise party. C. How many chairs he would need. D. Off the diving board into the pool. Now here are two correct answers. Paolo encountered A. The ants on the bed and yelled. Paolo encountered B. All of us in his family's kitchen for the surprise party. And number 8. The exertion, A, on the sign told us not to go any farther. B, during the first day of practice made us more tired than we expected. C, was through the door at the end of the hall. D, of playing 2 soccer games in a row will be intense. I see 2 that are correct. The exertion, B, during the first day of practice made us more tired than we expected. The exertion, D, of playing 2 soccer games in a row will be intense. Now let's move on to the final activity, activity 20D. First, let's read the instructions. Completing sentences. Complete the sentences to demonstrate your knowledge of the words in bold. So remember that we write sentences, we start them with capital letters and end them with full stops. But because we have to write a second part, ending to these sentences, we will start our sentence with a lowercase letter, a small letter, but we will still end it with a capital letter. You only start new sentences with capital letters. Great. Number 1. If you ridicule someone, that means you... If you ridicule something, that means you make fun of it. If you ridicule something, that means you make fun of it. Number 2. I would feel indignant if... I would feel indignant if... I would feel indignant if someone stole my seat in class. I would be angry because it's not fair. Number 3. An example of something a moral person would do is... So, moral person. A person who knows the difference between right and wrong. Great. Number 4. I exerted myself today when I did what? I exerted myself today when I ran all the way home. Wow, that's intense. Number 5. When you comply with a rule, that means you... When you comply with a rule, that means you follow the rule. Great. Number 6. Someone from history that I wish I could have an encounter with is... Someone from history that I wish I could have an encounter with. Who would you think? Let me think. Maybe some kind of king, right? Who do you think? No, that's too early. This is a difficult one. Someone from history that I wish I could have an encounter with is... Who do I really look up to? I got it. I think with is... I hope that's right. Julius Caesar. Someone from history that I wish I could have an encounter with is Julius Caesar. He was a very famous Roman emperor. Who would you want to have an encounter with? Number 7. Something that would distress me about school is... So something that would distress me about school is what? Something that would distress me about school is if we lost our break. So if you lose your break time, that would distress you, right? Next, number 8. One way to show you feel compassion for someone is to... One way to show you feel compassion for someone is to tell them that you care. Great. Next, number 9. Something that would be a burden to carry is something that would be a burden to carry is a box of bricks. So because it is, you have to only name one thing. That's why I said a box of bricks. So I couldn't just say bricks. So I had to say a singular noun, a box. And then I could say bricks. Number 10. If you look full of mirth, that means you. So if you look full of mirth, that means you. That means that you are laughing. If you look full of mirth, that means that you are laughing. Now here you go. These are all the correct answers for these activities. Friends, make sure that you got them all. This is the end of today's lesson. Well done, and thank you so much for joining me. Remember to keep practicing and to join me next in day 4. For the next lesson, we'll be taking on activity 20E. To prepare for this, you can read this passage, A Tale of Two Donkeys. That's it. Read this passage to prepare, then join me next in day 4. Friends, I want you to have a great day, take care, and goodbye. See you next time. Bye.